Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol. Okay, Hare Krishna. So let us take the blessings from Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Jai Chaitanya ki jai. Parshuram Bhagavan ki jai. Vaman Dev ki jai. Giri Govardhan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, sorry. I think Radha Mada prayer was supposed to be done by Indra Hardas Mataji. Sorry, Mataji. I just missed the order. Hare Krishna. So, okay, let's go with the next one. Invocation prayers by Jai Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji. That is by practice we say
I know.
Mataji.
It's going to take some time to get adjusted to the change. I know. Yes.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नम ॐ विष्णु पादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापादकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौड़ भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna
हरे
Mataji,
हरे
thank you very much. So, Narsimha Harti by Sunita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. This is the first time I'm trying. I'll try
Okay,
to
no
do my
problem.
best. Namaste Narasimhaya Praladaladaine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yeto Yami Tato Narsimha Paher Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Paher Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade तव करकमलवरेणका अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गाम् ईशवदृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय 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 प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय 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 प्रभुपाद विघ्न विनाश Ka Narsimha Deva ki Jai. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, very nicely you've sung. Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
Prabhuji.
yes. So, who chants the Narsimha mantra? So, is it we chant everybody together?
Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu
Go ahead, Prabhu. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum,
Jalandam
Jwalantam Sarvatomukam, Nrisimham
Narsimham
Ishanam Bhadram,
Bhishmam Bhadram Mrityor
Mrityum
Mrityum
Namamyam.
Namaham
Ugram
Ugram
Veeram Mahavishnum, Jwalantam Sarvatomukam, Nrisimham Bhishmam
Narsimham
Bhadram
Bhishmam
Mrityum.
Bhadram Mrityur Mrityum Namami.
Ugram
Ugram
Veeram
Veeram
Mahavishnu
Mahavishnum, Jwalantam
Mukam
Sarvatomukam,
Nrsimham
Nrisimham
Vishnu
Bhishmam
Bhadram
Bhadram
Mrityum Namahya.
Ugram
Ugram Veeram
Mahavishnum,
Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsimham Bhishmam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamiyaham. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsimham Bhishmam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamiyaham. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsimham Bhishmam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamiyaham. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsimham Vishnam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namami Aham. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Vishnam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namami Aham. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Vishnam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namami Aham. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narasimham Vishnam Bhadram Mrityur Namami Aham.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Matajis. Thank you, Prabhus. Hare Krishna. So, do we sing the Guru Ashtakam also, or it's not necessary? Okay, the Guru Ashtakam is not. Okay, Hare Krishna devotees. So, we will start. Thank you very much for joining. So, today we are starting chapter number 4, and so far the 3 chapters have been completed. So, right now we are in chapter number 4. So, let's go to the chapter number 4 and let's start reading chapter number 4 here. Okay. So for that, let me go here. I hope you're able to see my screen here. Okay. So is this legible? Are you able to read this? Or should this be a little bigger or something? Is this okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Do you want me to make it bigger? I can make it bigger.
No, Prabhuji, it's fine.
It's fine, right? Okay. So,
Prabhuji,
yes,
with
please.
the Devanagari script, if the text can. Yeah.
Sure. If you want that, then we'll have to bring this up. Okay. Can do that. Is this better now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Thank you.
Synonyms as well. All right. Okay. So right now we are in chapter number 4. This is a very interesting chapter called transcendental knowledge. There are 2 types of knowledge, material knowledge and transcendental knowledge. So the way we do it is, so we will be asking the participants or the devotees to recite the verse, and then we will recite the translation. After that, I'll give an explanation, and if there is any questions, we will take that questions. So Hare Krishna. So Vidya Mataji, will you be able to help me to call out the participants who are supposed to be reading that shloka? Hare Krishna.
No, she has got some problem with English. She may not appear today to come right.
Acha. Okay, that's fine. No problem. We'll do it. So then the thing is, we do not have a lot of shlokas to be covered today. I have kept not so many, but let me tell you how many. So I have here
7 slokas, Prabhuji.
7 shlokas. So there's going to be a little bit of repetition. So multiple people will have to read these shlokas. So that's fine. Okay, so let us begin. So we have Premai Kunti Mataji, Annapurna Mataji, and Sumit Prabhu. So Premai Kunti Mataji, Hare Krishna, would you like to read the shloka and translation? Okay, Premai Kunti Mataji is not here. Sumit Prabhu.
Sumit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Sumit Prabhu, would you like to read? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I think 4.1 you've requested Preeti Keria or Annapurna or Pratibha Doli.
That's right. But Premai Kunti Mataji, that's what Preeti Keria Mataji is not here. Premai Mataji, are you there? Annapurna Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji. It's my mom's mobile.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Please read the shloka.
Okay. Shri Bhagavanuvacha imam vivaste yogam प्रोक्तवान् अहम् अव्ययां विश्वास विवस्वान् मानवे प्रह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे अब्रवीत्. Translation: the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu, in turn, instructed it to Ikshvaku. Hare Krishna.
Right.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Sumit Prabhu, would you also like to read? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, please go ahead.
Whole shlok.
Yeah, shloka. Shloka
Shri
number 1 and 2.
Bhagavanuvacha. Shri Bhagavanuvacha. Imam vivasvate yogam prokpan aham avyayam vivasvan manave praha manur ikshvakave bravit. Translation: The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ishvaku. Hare Krishna. Lord.
Hare Krishna. So here in this verse, we see the history of Bhagavad Gita. So for every textbook, there is a history. So who wrote that textbook? When was it written? Etc. So this Bhagavad Gita, how old is this? Right? This is a very famous textbook of Hinduism. So how old is this Bhagavad Gita? If you have to estimate in number of years, how old is it and who gave it to whom is what we will get to know in this, right? So first point is like Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the personality of God, Lord Sri Krishna said. So he is saying that I have instructed this imperishable science of yoga to sun god Vivaswan. So first Krishna has given this instruction to whom? Sun god. Okay. So it is like this. So let us just make a tree out of this one. So just like how we have here. Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah. So Lord Krishna has instructed it to sun god or Vivaswan. Imam Vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam. Vivaswan manave praha. Manu is the father of mankind. Manu. So the word man is coming from the word Manu. So sun god. Okay. Let's see this. So Vivaswan gave this knowledge to Manu, father of mankind. Right? Next. Manu in turn instructed to Ikshvaku. So Manu in turn gave it to Ikshvaku. So this is the lineage. This is how the knowledge is actually coming. So first Lord Krishna gave it to the sun god, Vivaswan. And then Vivaswan gave it to Manu. And Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. And now Lord Krishna is also giving the same knowledge to Arjuna. See, parallel. So now what is the timeline of this? When did he give it to sun god? When did sun god give it to Manu? When did Manu give it to Ikshvaku is what we will find out. So the important point about this verse here is that, so just like how we have a prime minister for every country or a president for a country, similarly the sun planet also has got a presiding deity. So the presiding deity is also called as a sun god. So sun god is also called as a Vivaswan. So Lord Krishna initially gave it to sun god, and then he gave it to Manu. Let us see what happens next. And one more important point about these words here is, it is said, Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam. So what is the meaning of word Avyayam here is imperishable. Vyayam means perishable, something that gets perished. But Avyayam means imperishable. So what do we infer from this is that this knowledge is not something which will perish anytime. So at any point of time, be it even before sun god or be it any moment of time, Bhagavad Gita is always there. So if somebody asks that, oh, Bhagavad Gita is only 5,000 years old, it was given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, we can correct them and tell them this Bhagavad Gita is an eternal knowledge. It was originally spoken by Krishna to the sun god. So when was the sun god born? So sun came when Lord Brahma has created the universe. At that point of time, sun came. So since that time, that means since the beginning of the sun is there, Bhagavad Gita is there. That's what we have to understand. Another important point here, we have to see here that this knowledge, the kings of all planets, are especially meant for protection of the inhabitants, and therefore the royal order should understand the science of Bhagavad Gita in order to rule the citizens and protect them from material bondage to lust. So what is the purpose of a king is something that we have to understand from this purport. The king of not only of this planet but all the planets, every planet has got a king, just like how sun god is the king for the sun planet. So similarly, whatever kings who are there, first of all, they must be very well trained in this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. You see, this knowledge has been given by Krishna to these kings. So all of them are kings here, okay? The sun god, Vivaswan, is also a Kshatriya. And Manu is also a Kshatriya. That means he's a king. And then Ikshvaku is also Kshatriya. So Ikshvaku is in the line of Lord Ramachandra. We all know that. Ikshvaku dynasty. Correct? So this is the point. So then the question is, why should this knowledge be given to the kings? Why? The answer is given in the purport. See, the purpose of the kings or the royal order is to protect the citizens from material bondage to lust. So it is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam that one should not become a spiritual master, one should not become a father, or one should not become a mother, nor one should become any kind of a head if he is not able to liberate those people who are dependent on him. That means unless we know how to liberate people from this material bondage of life, birth and death, we are not supposed to become anything, important. So the point here is that the kings, they have responsibility not only to simply extract tax and get some votes and make a lot of show of power, but that's not the main purpose. The main purpose is that they have to protect all the living entities from going into nescience, from ignorance, and they have to bring them back to Godhead. They have to themselves, first of all, get liberated and then take everybody back to Godhead. So in the past, in our country, there have been great kings who are very, very advanced, right? Starting from Ambarish Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Ikshvaku dynasty, right? So many kings have been there, like Prithu Maharaj. So who are all very advanced spiritually also. They are called Rajarshi. Rajarshi means king and rishi, like that. So because the human form of life is meant for cultivation of spiritual knowledge, in eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the executive heads of all the states are obliged to impart this lesson to the citizens by education, culture, and devotion. So the debate whether Bhagavad Gita should be included in the syllabus is, this is no question. It's not only the syllabus of India, but actually it should be included in the syllabus of every school, every possible board. Everybody should be actually reading Bhagavad Gita in the world. The whole world should read Bhagavad Gita. And it is a responsibility of the kings that they are well trained in Bhagavad Gita and they should train their subjects in this Bhagavad Gita. So that is the purpose. The executive heads should be spreading signs of Krishna consciousness so that people can make the use of the human form of life. Otherwise, simply if they are supplying some basic necessities of the human beings, it is like an animal civilization. So just like animals, they eat food, they're sleeping, they're eating, mating, sleeping and defending. That's the animal propensity. But for human form of life, there is a purpose. That purpose must be fulfilled. And who is going to teach that? Who is going to tell? Whose responsibility is that? It is the responsibility of the kings to ensure that this knowledge is reaching to everybody. And here is some history about the Bhagavad Gita, that when does this Bhagavad Gita start? It is given in the Mahabharata. Okay, it is given, you see, would anybody like to read this?
May I, Prabhuji?
Yeah,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
yeah, go ahead.
From verse.
You can read the translation, that should be okay.
Okay. In the beginning of the millennium, known as Treta Yuga, this science of the relationship with the Supreme was delivered by Vivaswan to Manu. Manu, being the father of mankind, gave it to his son Maharaj Ikshvaku, the king of this earth planet and forefather of the Raghu dynasty, in which Lord Ramchandra appeared. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita existed in human society from the time of Maharaj Ikshvaku.
That's right. So it is said here, Treta Yugadau Chatato Vivasvan Manave Dadau Manuscha Lokabhrutyartham Sutaye Ikshvakave Dadau Ikshvakuna Cha Katito Vyapya Lokan Avastitaha. Meaning, this knowledge was delivered to Vivasvan to Manu. When was it knowledge? In the beginning of the Treta Yuga. So let us make a note of this. So when was this given? In the beginning of the Treta Yuga. Okay, so it's like this. So sun god gave this knowledge in the beginning of the Treta Yuga. So something like here, right? So in the beginning of the Treta Yuga, that's when actually he gave the knowledge. Right? So that's what has happened. So in the Treta Yuga beginning was when this knowledge was given. Next. So let us see some more history. Okay. So it says that how much time has it been passed since Bhagavad Gita has come? Let us see that. So at the moment, 5,000 years of Kali Yuga have passed, which lasts for 4,32,000 years. So we are saying beginning of Treta Yuga, correct? So how much is Dwapar Yuga? Let us see. Dwapar Yuga is 8 lakh years. Okay, 8,32,000 approximately, 8,64,000 years to be precise. And Treta Yuga is 1,20,000 years. So we are in the beginning of the Kali Yuga, that is 5,000 years. So to calculate when was this given, you have to sum up this 1,20,000, that's 12 lakh years with 8 lakh years and 5,000 years. So how much is that? How much is
14.2?
How much is 12 plus 8?
Yeah, 14.2, no?
20, Prabhuji, 20.
12 plus 8. Yeah.
20.
20. Yes. Approximately 20 lakh
Approximately
years.
21, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yeah. 20 lakh 5,000 years. Approximately it's 20 lakh 5,000 years it has been given before.
Prabhuji, because it's 8.64 lakhs
864. Yeah.
and 12.96.
Yes. That's right. So then it is approximately, this is an approximate number. That's right. Yeah. You're telling the accurate numbers. Yes, Prabhu. I agree. And then, so this was when it was given. So it was approximately given 20 lakh years ago to Manu. So let's note that down. Okay. So that's almost like 20 lakh years ago. 20 lakh years ago. Can you believe that? So we're not talking about something like 200 years ago or 300 years ago. It's 20 lakh years ago. Okay. And then it says the age of current Manu is calculated to some how many is this? This is 30 crore years. 30 crore years. The age of current Manu. Okay, so it's called the current Manu. Anybody knows the name of the current Manu?
I think
Vaivasvat Manvatara.
yeah.
Vaivasvata Manu.
Vaivasvat Manvatara.
Correct. Vaivasvat Manu. So this Manu lasts for 30 crore years, out of which 12 crore years have passed. Out of which 12 crore years have passed. So accepting that before the birth of Manu, Gita was spoken by the Lord to his disciple sun god Vivasvan. So a rough estimate is that because it has been like 12 crore years have passed, Gita was spoken at least 12 crore years ago, and in the human society for 20 lakh years ago. So 12 crore years ago, originally it was spoken to Vivasvan sun god, and it was spoken to Manu in 20 lakh years. So let's make a note of it, okay? So spoken to Vivasvan how many years ago? 12 crore.
12 crores.
And spoken to Manu how many years ago?
20 lakhs.
Right, so that's what it is. So, and in the human society, it has been there for at least 20 lakh years. And now it is re-spoken to Arjuna about 5,000 years ago. So, when was it re-spoken to Arjuna? It was re-spoken to Arjuna 5,000 years ago.
Prabhuji,
Yes, please.
it says Manu spoke the Bhagavad Gita to his disciple and son Maharaja Ikshvaku
Right.
some 20 lakh years ago. So
Right.
Manu spoke to Ikshvaku 20 lakhs years ago.
Right.
So, and 12 crore years ago, sun god got the sun god Vivasvan. Rough estimate is that the Gita was spoken at least 12 crore 4 lakh years ago.
Right.
Okay, so sun god got 12 crore years ago, and
Yes.
Ikshvaku got 20 lakh years ago.
Okay. Then what about Manu? When did Manu get it?
Manu.
It says here, see here, thus some 20 lakh years ago, Manu spoke Bhagavad Gita to disciple Ikshvaku. Yeah, that's right. So approximately that's 20 lakh years ago. Thanks for the correction. Yes, it's 20 lakh years ago to Ikshvaku. So when was it spoken to Manu? That we are not very clear.
So we can deduce from this that 30 crore years ago.
Yes.
No.
No,
12 crore
it's difficult. 12 crores only because
yeah.
Right. So that's
we
not
don't.
given here.
The Manu still. No, the current Manu is 30 crores, right?
No,
So it's
it's
expected to last. Totally, is going to last for 30 crore years. Out of which he has currently passed 12 crore years. So in the beginning, when he was born, if we estimate that, that means Manu got this knowledge at that time.
Immediately from sun god.
Yes.
Sun god got it 12 crore years, and immediately he got it from sun god. That is what it should be then.
Okay. Right.
But Prabhuji, I have a doubt. Please excuse me for my doubts.
No problem.
So we are talking about Treta Yuga, right? So Satya Yuga also sun god was there, no?
Absolutely. That's right. See.
So maybe Krishna gave it to him even in the Satya Yuga.
No. See this. In the beginning of the Treta Yuga, this knowledge was delivered by Vivasvan to Manu. Vivasvan did not get it in the beginning of Treta Yuga. Manu got it.
Yeah, but when did Vivasvan get that also we should know, no?
Vivasvan has got it. So when the sun was created, he would have got it.
Yeah, so Satya Yuga only.
Creation is almost like in the beginning of the Lord Brahma. So that is 430 crore years. You can say 430 crore years, approximately 430 crore years, half of it is done. So you can say 215 crore years approximately. So, okay, let's put that here. Approximately 215 crore years ago, when sun was created by Lord Brahma, at that time he got it.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So this is a rough estimate. So here what it says, a rough estimate that Gita was spoken at least 12 crore years ago. right? By the Lord to his disciple, Sun God. And in the human society, it has been extant for at least 220 lakh years ago. Again, it has been spoken to Arjuna 5,000 years ago. So this is the history of Bhagavad Gita. So we are reading a textbook that is so many crores years old. That's why Prabhupada says, what is new? Don't try to create something new, right? So what is new? See, the sun is the same. Is there any change in the sun? Tell me. Okay, people say that, a lot of things have changed. Modern world has changed. Everything has changed. We should not be, reading this. We should have something modern. So here is a question. So what has changed? So the sun that we are seeing, is it a new sun? Tell me. Is it a new sun? No. The moon, is it a new moon that we are saying? No. The earth, is it a new earth? No. And, taking birth, dying, is this something new? No. Right? People becoming old, getting diseased, is this something new? No. Then why do we need something new? There's no need of anything new. So it says Puratana. Puratana means we should just keep the same system going. Whatever system that Lord Krishna has created originally, that system should go on. And we should not try to change that system. Right? And then one other important point here is Bhagavad Gita is as good as Veda. And as it is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this knowledge is known as Apaurusheya, superhuman. Here is another objection. A lot of people say, the scriptures are written by human beings. You have written the scripture. In your scripture, you have written that your God is great. In my scripture, my God is great. But how do I know that this scripture is not written by anybody? So here is the answer. The answer is, see, this Bhagavad Gita, first of all, it is not just like, the recent religions, like, for example, Islam is around 1200 years old. Christianity is around 2000 years old. But here we are speaking about at least 12 crore years. That's like the bare minimum estimate, that also. And then, since it was spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this knowledge is known as Apaurusheya. Apaurusheya means it is not spoken by a mundane man. And Vyasadeva is actually writing down this. He is dictating, and he's dictating the Bhagavad Gita. So this is Apaurusheya, written by superhuman. So therefore, the Vedic instructions are not to be accepted, like, they're supposed to be accepted without human interpretation. There should not be any interpretation that, we should not try to put our human interpretation. Maybe it is like this, maybe it is like this. The reason is, we will see. See, what happens is that a lot of people try to speculate on Bhagavad Gita. See, I'm sure you would have heard this kind of an explanation where it is said that, Bhagavad Gita is not real. Kurukshetra is not real. Our body itself is Kurukshetra, Pandavas are our 5 senses, Krishna is our mind, etc., etc. This is called as speculation. In fact, there is a place called Kurukshetra. Even today, if you go to Haryana, there is a place called Kurukshetra. You can go there. Right? So we have been to Kurukshetra in one of our yatras. And there is a place, there is a tree where, it is said, this is the place where Krishna delivered Bhagavad Gita. That place is still there. Where Kurukshetra war was fought, that is there. Where Bhishma Pitamaha was there, that place is there. All the places are there. This is something, this is real. This is not figurative. This is literal. This is real. So there's no need of any kind of interpretation. Human beings should not try to interpret Bhagavad Gita. That's why the name of this book is called as Bhagavad Gita as it is. It should be accepted as it is. And then it should be accepted as it is from the disciplic succession. So just like the way, Lord Krishna spoke it to Sun God spoke it to Manu spoke it to Ikshvaku gave it to his successor, and it went on, and it came like that. And now tell me, some people say, Lord Ramchandra is first, Lord Krishna is second, these kind of debates happen. But as per this, what do you understand from this? Lord Krishna has given the knowledge to Sun God. Sun God gave it to Manu, that is after many, many crores of years. And Manu gave it after many, many lakhs of years to Ikshvaku, who is like the foremost of the forefathers of Lord Ramachandra. And in fact, you will be surprised to know, the family deity of Lord Ramachandra is Jagannath. Jagannath means Krishna. In the Valmiki, it is very clearly given that, whenever there was any religious function, Lord Ramachandra used to be worshipping Krishna, Jagannath. So Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead who is there since he's always there. It's not that he just came in the Treta, in the Dwapara Yuga. It's not like that. Okay, we will see that more. We'll go to the next verse. So who is reading the next one? Grishma Mataji, Chaitanya Prabhu, and I don't have the name here. I'm so sorry. 9632681050. Whose number is that?
That's mine, Geeta.
Geeta Mataji, yes, please.
Geeta.
Yes. So Grishma Mataji, Geeta Mataji, and Chaitanya Prabhu. So you will be reading this verse and the translation. Okay, please go ahead. One of you start.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshyo viduhu sakale neha mahata yoge nashta parantapa. Translation. This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in the course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost.
Thank you, Grishma Mataji. Hare Krishna. So who is going next? Geeta Mataji? Chaitanya Prabhu? One of you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's me, Prabhuji. So
Go ahead, please.
Evam parampara praptam imam rajarsho viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. Translation. This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, that succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yes,
Yeah, Prabhuji.
yes, please.
Text 2. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshyo viduhu sakale neha mahatha yogo nashta parantapa. Translation. This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore the science as it is appears to be lost. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what is very important in this verse is two words. One is parampara. Next one is rajarshi. So we'll speak about both of them. First, let's talk about rajarshi. That this disciplic succession is through the saintly kings. So one may be actually wondering that why is it that this is given to Lord Krishna is given to the sun god is given to the Manu gave to Ikshvaku, right? Ikshvaku gave it to, let's say, King 1 or something like that. Okay, King 2. It went on like this. Okay.
1, 2, 3, right?
So what happens? Just imagine. Now King 200, King 2000 or something like that, okay? What happens? The knowledge is lost. The chain. Do you see this is a chain? Do you see that this is a chain? It's called disciplic succession. Disciplic succession means Guru Shishya Parampara. So here is Guru. The original Guru, Chaitya Guru, is Lord Sri Krishna. Krishna Vande Jagat Guru. So Krishna is the original Guru, and he is the Guru of Sun God. Right? And then who is the Guru of Manu? Manu is the Guru of Ikshvaku. Like that, so it is gone, slowly, it's gone. The knowledge is gone. Therefore, because this knowledge was lost, appears to be lost, of course, Bhagavad Gita is eternal, Lord Krishna again spoke it 5,000 years back to Arjuna. So Arjuna gets the same question like we get. A lot of times we ask this question. Krishna was just 5,000 years ago. He was only in Dwapar Yuga. How are you saying Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead? Same question Arjuna got, the same question. Krishna, how are you saying this? That you have given to the sun god. I have seen you from birth. And I know that, I have heard about your birth pastimes. I know that your mother used to come. You were so small. When you were a small kid, you used to come to our house. We have seen you. And we know you from childhood. But you are saying you have given to the sun god. How do I understand this? So just imagine if one of your friend comes to you and said, I have given this knowledge to sun god. When the sun came at that time, I gave this knowledge. How would you feel? Right? You'll be like, how is it possible that you gave it to the sun god? Right? So something like that. So that question also will come in a moment by Arjuna. We'll see that. And Krishna's answer also will come. And then another important point is the disciplic succession. So disciplic succession is very important. So this Vedic knowledge actually comes in the disciplic succession. That is also called as a Guru Shishya Parampara. So there is a Guru who is giving to the Shishya. Who is giving the Shishya then becomes the Guru. Please understand this. Okay, this is a very simple point. There is a teacher who is teaching the student. Right? The student then becomes the teacher. When the student becomes qualified, at one point of time, student becomes the teacher. And then that teacher has students. Again, those students, when they qualify, they become the teachers. This is called a succession. Succession comes from the word succeed. Means there is somebody who will be succeeding next. Right? So this is the fundamental point about the Guru Parampara or the disciplic succession. That the disciplic succession must always go on and on and on and on. There is a Guru who gives knowledge to the Shishya, and the Shishya becomes qualified, takes the knowledge, becomes qualified, and then accepts these Shishyas or disciples and then gives this knowledge. Why? The reason why I'm saying this, we have to understand, okay? Srila Prabhupada used to always quote Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and used to say that, see, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jara dekha tara kaho Krishna upadesa, amara agnya yahi tara yahi desha. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised to one of the Brahmana that you become a guru, you become a spiritual master, and you give the knowledge to the others. And Prabhupada also was instructed like that by his spiritual master. That his spiritual master, right? So he said, first time when he met Srila Prabhupada in the Ulta Danga place in Kolkata, he said, why don't you go to the West and preach this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? The first meeting. Okay, this is like Srila Prabhupada meeting his guru for the first time. Is not even taken initiation, nothing. He directly met, he's speaking to the saintly person. He came to see a saintly person, and immediately the first instruction he gave is, why don't you go to the West and preach? So it took so many decades for Srila Prabhupada later. It was like all the preparation took him so much time. And then when the time came, he went to the West and he started preaching this Krishna consciousness for everybody. He started teaching Bhagavad Gita for everybody. And then he had so many disciples. Then after he had so many disciples, he gave them all the rules, regulations, taught them, trained them, and made them qualified, and said that, you next become the guru. That means you take this parampara ahead, take it forward. Right? So that is how the disciples of Srila Prabhupada have now become the spiritual masters. How did they become spiritual master? By the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. How did Srila Prabhupada become spiritual master? By the instruction of his spiritual master. So by the instruction of the spiritual master, by the order of the spiritual master, his disciples have become a spiritual master today. So like that, actually Srila Prabhupada wanted that all his disciples become a spiritual master. Even our Guru Maharaj also says the same thing, that everybody, every one of you must preach this Krishna consciousness to others. Whomever you see, you should start telling about Krishna. Nobody knows about Krishna. I mean, forget about the people out of our country. People of Japan and people of China, they look at India like a very knowledgeable place. It's like a heaven. Very knowledgeable people are there in India. And that knowledge, the center, the epicenter of that knowledge is Bhagavad Gita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you take this knowledge to the West, you take it to everybody, all the world. At everybody, everybody. That's what our Guru Maharaj says, unlimitedly preach this Krishna consciousness. Tell to everybody. Nobody knows about Krishna. Nobody knows about, even in India we do not know. Right? So that's what we have to understand, this knowledge and preach it to others. Right? So let's continue. So here it is said, this Bhagavad Gita is not meant for demonic people who dissipate its value for one's benefit and make all kinds of interpretations according to personal whims. So it is not meant for unscrupulous these commentators. The reason why Prabhupada is commenting here is there are thousands and thousands or hundreds of commentaries of Bhagavad Gita. See, here it is written. See, in the present moment also there are so many editions of Gita, especially in English. But in almost all of them are not according to the authorized disciplic succession. That means, what does that mean? There are approximately hundreds, maybe 400 editions of Bhagavad Gita, out of which almost none of them is accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Can you believe that? Right from this first verse till the last verse, Krishna is saying, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the commentators who are writing commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, they do not touch, they belittle Krishna. So why? Because they are not in an authorized disciplic succession. So it's called a bona fide parampara. So it should be in an authorized disciplic succession. The innumerable interpretations, but they do not accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, although they make a good business on the words of Sri Krishna. So they make a very good business in the sense their books will sell very nicely, but they do not want Krishna to become, to be glorified as Supreme Lord. So it is almost like the spirit of Ravana. So you see, Ravana, what does he want? He wants to marry Sita, but he does not want to agree that Lord Ramachandra is the original husband of Sita Devi, and he is actually the master of everybody. He is the master of the universe. So this spirit is called demonic spirit, because the demons do not believe in God, but simply they want to enjoy the property of the Supreme. So just like how Ravana wanted to enjoy Sita Devi but not accept Lord Ramachandra. So that is the reason why Prabhupada wrote this book, that there should be a book which is coming from a proper parampara, from proper disciplic succession. That's the attempt Bhagavad Gita as it is. It's a great boon to the humanity. That's the reason why today, as of now, this Bhagavad Gita as it is the most sold version of Bhagavad Gita. So there are hundreds and hundreds of versions of Bhagavad Gita, but this is the most distributed one. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one by Jayalakshmi Mataji, Lata Mataji and Sunita Mataji. Third verse, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Text 3. Sa evayam maya tedya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. Translation: that very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Let's go to the next.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna,
please.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sa eva yam maya tetya yoga prokta puratana bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam heyetad uttamam. That very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Mataji. Yes. Next, please. Lata
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Shall I
Krishna.
repeat, Prabhuji?
Yes, please go ahead.
Transcendental Knowledge, Chapter 4, Bhagavad Gita, Sloka 3. Sa evayam maya tedya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. Translation: that very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. So now Krishna is saying, given the background of and the history of Bhagavad Gita, he said, this is the history of Bhagavad Gita. That this has been given to Sun God by me. And it is avyayam. It is not that it will be perishing. It is imperishable knowledge. And what has happened is, over time in the disciplic succession, the knowledge appears to be lost. Therefore, I am giving this knowledge again to you. Now, in this verse, Krishna is explaining why he has chosen Arjuna. It's an important question, okay? Why did Krishna choose Arjuna? Why not anybody else? Why did he choose somebody, for example, somebody from some ashrama there, some mata, he could have gone, some sannyasi who is studying Vedanta, Krishna could have given him some discourse there in that ashram. But why is Krishna giving this Bhagavad Gita in the battlefield of Kurukshetra to Arjuna? Why not to Bhima? Why not to Yudhishthira? Or why not to anybody else? So here he is saying, Bhaktosi me sakha cheti. This is a very important qualification of Arjuna. Bhaktaha means devotee. Bhakta asi, you are. Me, my, sakha, friend. Cha iti. Rahasyam hi etat uttamam. Rahasyam means mystery, secret. And the transcendental, topmost secret, uttamam. This uttama rahasya, Krishna is giving to his bhakta and sakha Arjuna. Because Arjuna is his dear friend and dear devotee, Krishna is giving the knowledge to him. So what do you understand from this? So what is the qualification to understand this knowledge? What is the qualification to receive this knowledge? What do you understand from this?
That you will have to be his devotee.
Yeah.
And treat him as your friend.
Yeah, you have to be his devotee, right? So this knowledge is for those people, this knowledge is for devotees of Krishna. As simple as that. Krishna says that multiple times. This knowledge, there's also this tagline, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati. That, this transcendental knowledge can be received only by devotional service. And he says multiple times in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna's qualification, there are some commentators who have written that Arjuna is a Kshatriya, he is not qualified to receive this knowledge, but they are wrong. Because Krishna is clearly saying, Arjuna is qualified because he is my devotee. And here, there's an important point that Prabhupada is making. That there are two types of people. The devotee and the demon. Sura and Asura. And Arjuna is falling in which category? Who can say? Is he falling in the category of devotee or in the demon category?
Devotee.
Devotee. What about Duryodhana? Is he falling in the category of devotee or demon?
Demon.
Demon. Right. So what exactly are the qualifications of a devotee, the qualification of a demon? That is given in the chapter number 16. Okay, in that chapter number 16, the divine and demoniac natures, there's a full chapter we will be discussing. All the qualities of a devotee, all the qualities of a demon are very clearly listed. But Arjuna is very clearly a devotee. And Arjuna clearly, Krishna also says that don't worry, you are a Sura. That means you have a divine qualities. You are not a demon. You are not like Duryodhana. So Lord has selected Arjuna for this. So one important point is, to receive the transcendental knowledge, we cannot select. God has to select us. So it is said in the Upanishads also, to understand the knowledge about the super soul, it is not that it is understood by any amount of scholarly knowledge. By scholastic knowledge or by discussion or by any other means, we cannot understand the super soul or the Supreme Lord. It is only when the Supreme Lord chooses us, only then we can understand. Krishna chose Arjuna and then gave him the instructions. Arjuna understood. Right? So by Krishna's mercy, by the mercy of his pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, we have got an opportunity to hear this original message, which is untampered, because there are a number of editions it's written here. Okay, so I would like anybody to just read this, the one which I've selected. Anybody please unmute and read.
Can I read it, Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Hare Krishna. There are a number of editions of this great book of knowledge. Some of them have commentaries by the devotees, and some of them have commentaries by the demons. Commentation by the devotees is real, whereas that of the demons is useless. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, see, that's what it is. So, there are so many different type of Bhagavad Gita commentaries. Okay. But then, there are some demoniac commentaries also, which do not even accept the supremacy of Krishna. So, that is the mood in which, they write. So that's what it is. It is called as like, half hen logic. There was a hen, okay? And one day, so there were two brothers. So they decided that they will, they have to they'll get two parts of the hen. So there was a part of the hen which was laying the eggs. That was for one brother. There was a one part which was given to the second brother, right? So the second brother had to always feed, while the first brother was always getting the eggs. So this brother decided that no, I don't want this, and he cut that hen. It's called a half hen, so it's dead now. It's called half hen logic. That means I take only the parts of Bhagavad Gita which are which I think are authentic. So a lot of demoniac propensity people do like that. That's not correct. You have to take the entire thing. When Krishna is saying, he's about his supremacy, about the importance of devotional service, everything, it's a full package. You can't take a part of it and say, I'll take the part of the hen which gives the eggs. I don't take the part of the hen which you have to feed. That's not a acceptable logic. So similarly, here Arjuna accepts Sri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we see that in the chapter number 10, after Krishna explains about his position, Arjuna says, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. He says, oh my dear Lord, you are the absolute truth, and I completely accept it. I completely accept you as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. He says that is called as the realization. Right? So this is correct realization. Anybody who follows the footsteps of Arjuna, who accepts Krishna as Supreme, is considered to be divine, and anybody who rejects Krishna is called as demoniac person. Vishnu Bhakta Bhaved Daiva Asura Viparyataha, Vishnu Purana says. That means anybody who is a devotee of Vishnu is called divine, Sura. Or anybody who is against Vishnu is called as Asura, or a demon. So anybody who does not rejects this logic of Krishna's supremacy is called as a demoniac person. That's it. So the demoniac, however, do not accept Krishna as he is. They try to concoct something about Krishna, and they mislead general readers from the path of Krishna's instructions. For example, when Krishna says, always think about me, there's some commentaries, the great scholars, they write it like this, that when Krishna says surrender unto me, it's not unto me, but unto me which is inside me. I don't know what's that me inside me. So something like that. They keep speculating something like that. Okay? They say that there's something within Krishna which we have to surrender to, but not Krishna. So this is called misleading general readers from the path of Krishna consciousness. And here is a warning about such misleading paths. One should try to follow the disciplinic succession from Arjuna and be benefited from the great science of Bhagavad Gita. In fact, if we talk about disciplinic successions, very quickly let me mention when there is sampradaya, apasampradaya, two types of sampradaya. Let me explain this, okay? So it is said that there is sampradaya and apasampradaya, and it is said there are 4 disciplic successions, okay, which are authorized in the scriptures, right? The 4 disciplic successions which are authorized in the scriptures. And what are these 4 lines of disciplic successions? One is from Lord Brahma, one is from Lord Shiva, one is from Lakshmi Devi, and one is from the 4 Kumaras. The one which is coming from Lord Brahma is called Brahma Sampradaya. The one which is coming from Lord Shiva is called Rudra Sampradaya. The one which is coming from Lakshmi Devi is called Sri Sampradaya. And the one which is coming from the Kumaras is called Kumara Sampradaya. And it is said that these are like the 4 ropes. So if you catch one of this rope, we can come out of the well. And actually any sampradaya which is not one of these 4 is called as an apasampradaya. Apasampradaya means not a bona fide sampradaya. So what is the difference between sampradaya and apasampradaya is, sampradaya vihinaste ye mantra te nishvala mataha. That means if we do not take the mantra through the sampradaya which is authorized, the mantra doesn't work. So the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or Krishna Mantra, so the mantras which is related to Krishna, they do not work if we do not take it in the disciplic succession of Krishna, which are authorized, which are the 4 paramparas which I am saying. So do anybody of you know which parampara does ISKCON belong to among these 4? General knowledge question.
Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya. That's right. So Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya is ISKCON Sampradaya. Okay, that's right. So let us continue. Okay, so now here is the inquisitive Arjuna asking a question. Like I told you, right? So we get a doubt about Krishna, but how are you saying this? How can I believe this? You're saying you gave the knowledge to Sun God? Are you serious? You give the knowledge to Sun God? Let's see what Arjuna says. Okay, who is going to be reading this? 4.4 is by Anjana Mataji, Ganesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Arjuna Uvacha Aparam Bhavu Janma. Carry on, Mataji.
Prabhuji, can you make me the host so that co-host so that I can mute people who are?
Sure, Mataji, thank you.
Thank you.
Also,
And
Prabhuji, your WhatsApp chat is being shared. So,
okay, something in the WhatsApp, sorry. Lata Mataji, what happened? It's okay. Anything? Yeah. Did
No,
anybody miss a chance? Did anybody miss a chance?
The screen is showing your WhatsApp chat,
Oh,
Prabhuji.
okay. Sorry. Yeah, what about now?
yes, Prabhuji, we are able to see the weatherways.
Now
Go
it is
ahead.
okay.
Yes, sorry.
So first, Anjana Mataji has to recite, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes,
I will
yes,
refer to the
Prabhuji.
WhatsApp and I'll call out
Yeah,
names.
same. WhatsApp, yeah.
Yeah, I'll call out names. So who's to recite right now? Anjana Mataji,
Anjana
right?
Mataji and next Ganesh Prabhu, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji. Verse 4. Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvatah katam itad vijanayam tavam idau proktavan iti. Translation. Arjuna said, the sun god Vivaswan is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Ganesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Arjuna Uvacha Aparam Bhavato Janma Param Janma Vivasvatah Katam Etad Vijandiyam To Proktavan Iti. Arjuna said, the sun god Vivaswan is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed that science to him? Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So here is the a simple question that Arjuna is asking, right? So like we all get this question, similar kind of questions, right? So Krishna was just he just came a couple of thousands of years ago, and how can we accept him as the supreme personality of Godhead, etc. Some people say actually Lord Ramchandra came first, therefore we should not be Hare Krishna mantra should be first start with the Hare Rama, not Hare Krishna, because Rama came first. No, things like this is called speculation, okay? So Krishna is putting an end to that speculation, and we will see what Krishna will answer. But before that, we'll just go through this purport. So the first point is, how is Arjuna asking this question? I mean, this question seems to be like a question somebody who doesn't believe in Krishna, right? It's almost like I said, it's almost like asking this question like, are you serious or are you lying? Something like that, right? Are you really serious that you gave this knowledge to Sun God? How can I believe this? But Arjuna is a devotee of the Lord. But how is he asking this question? He is supposed to be accepting Krishna's words, everything. When Krishna says, I gave it to Sun God, the devotee must accept. But Arjuna is such a great devotee. Why is he asking such a question? Which is doubting question. Actually, the thing is, he's not asking for himself, but he's asking about for whom is he asking?
for us, Prabhuji.
For us. And for those who do not believe in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? For those who do not believe in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And for the demons who do not like the idea that Krishna should be accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For those who have demoniac nature, they do not want to accept Krishna. Just like Ravana doesn't want to accept Lord Ramchandra. Like that. So for them, Arjuna is actually asking that question. It is not that he is not aware that Krishna is a Supreme Lord or not. Actually, by the 10th chapter, if it was the case, why would he say in the 10th chapter, by the end of the 10th chapter, Arjuna very clearly accepts that Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. That you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? So Arjuna is actually putting this question just to establish Krishna. Because the demons, they are always trying to distort. They're trying to, based on their own self-interest, they confuse. So they try to confuse. They try to put a standpoint that no, Krishna is not the supreme. Krishna is just one avatara, like that. So to put an end to that, Arjuna is asking this question. Now here is the important point, that what is Krishna's answer? How is Krishna going to answer that question? That how did you give this knowledge to the sun god? You were born along with me. Krishna and Arjuna, I tell you something interesting here. So among the 5 Pandavas, right? Who is the most eldermost Pandava? Who's the
Yudhishthira Maharaj.
No,
Yudhishthira.
correct.
youngest one is
Sahadev.
Nice.
Sahadeva.
Nakula and
Sahadev.
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 So, when Krishna used to come to meet the Pandavas, he used to follow this etiquette. He used to pay obeisances to Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he used to pay obeisances to Bhima. Why? Because they were elder in age. And when he used to come and meet Arjuna, he used to hug him. Why? Because he was of the same age. Arjuna and Krishna are of the same age. And when he saw Nakula and Sahadeva, he used to give them blessings. Right? Such a beautiful description. So from this, we understand by age, Arjuna and Krishna are of the same age. Right? And Yudhishthira Maharaj is elderly, Bhima is elderly. But just because Bhima and Yudhishthira Maharaj are elderly, do you think that Yudhishthira Maharaj and Bhima think that Krishna is like a human being? No, that's what we will see that. Okay, right. So we'll see that. So now Krishna is going to answer the spiritual topic. That's why this is called transcendental knowledge. Okay. So we are saying transcendental knowledge. Please note this. When this is called Jnana Yoga, what is a Jnana? The Jnana is about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are going to understand about God. What is the science of God? Who is God? And what is his science? What is he all about? What is his mission? That is called science of God. That is called as Uttama Jnana. That is this Jnana Yoga, this chapter. This is the knowledge all about. Let's see this, okay? Yes, Vidya Mataji, please call out the names for the next verse. 4.5.
Yeah. It's my turn, Prabhuji. And,
Go ahead.
Sridhara.
Yes, Sita Mataji, go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Text 5. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tava charjuna tanyaham veda sarvani na tvam vetat parantapa. Translation: The personality of Godhead said, "Many, many births, both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemy." Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Devi Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Bahuni mi vyatitani janmani tava charjuna tani aham veda sarvani natvam veta parantapa. Translation: The personality of Godhead said, "Many, many births both you and I passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of the enemy." Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So here is the answer that Krishna is giving to Arjuna's question, that how did you give this knowledge to the sun god? So which basically means, how do you remember it? Okay, let us say that you have given it in a past life, but how do you remember it? But I don't remember my past life. So for that, Krishna is saying, you and I have both passed many, many births. So Krishna also has taken many births. Arjuna also has taken many births. But there is a difference. What's that difference? Krishna can remember all of them, but Arjuna cannot. So in essence, this is the difference between God and a living entity. So we are all living entities. Krishna is God. Krishna also takes birth. We also take birth. Krishna also leaves his body. Of course, it's in a different way. We'll understand that. We also leave the body. We're taking birth again. Krishna is taking birth again. So I'm same as Krishna. I am Krishna. Is that right? Or is there any difference? Here is the difference. The difference is Arjuna cannot remember. The living entity cannot remember. You and me cannot remember. Is there anybody who remembers a past life? Please share. Please raise your hand. We don't remember our past lives, right? So there was somebody who came to a saintly person and asked, "Can you please tell me what happened in my past life?" So this saintly person said, "You're already so disturbed about your present life. Do you really want to hear about the past life and suffer more?" So we can't handle it. We don't even need to know it. But Krishna, he knows all his births. So, which again comes to another kind of a question that, see, how can God take birth? What are you saying? God taking birth. How can God take birth? If God is taking birth, he's just like us. Why should God take birth? I don't accept your God because your God is taking birth. God is supposed to be unborn. Yes or no? God is supposed to be unborn or should be taking birth? What do you think? God should
Is
be
un-
unborn. God should be unborn. He should not be taking any birth. But then, how is this justified? What is going on here? So once Srila Prabhupada was asked the same question by one Westerner, some foreigners came to uh, Prabhupada and asked, Prabhupada, your God is taking birth. And how are you saying that he is God? God is taking birth, you're saying he's God. How is it possible? So then Prabhupada answered in a simple way. He said, if let us say God doesn't take birth or God cannot take birth, that means it is a limitation for him. That means there is something that God cannot do, which I can do. Then how is God God? God must be able to do anything which he wishes to. He must be able to take birth also. But his birth is not like our birth. That Krishna will explain. That we will see. What is the exact difference between Krishna's birth and our birth? And first difference he has already explained. The first difference is he remembers everything. He remembers his past life. So in the past life of Krishna, anybody knows who is Krishna and Arjuna in the past life? Who is Krishna in the past life? Arjuna in the past life?
Nara Hari Prabhuji.
Naranara.
Nara and Narayana. Nara Narayana Rishi, Krishna and Arjuna in the past life. So similarly, Krishna has taken so many births in the past, like as a Lord Ramachandra, Lord Nrisimha, so many different Vamana, so many incarnations have come. So, but then there is a difference. We will see what's the exact difference. Okay. So now here is an explanation where Srila Prabhupada is explaining about Krishna's eternal position. Advaitam achyutam anadim ananta rupam adyam purana purusham nava yavvanam cha vedeshu durlabam adurlabam atma bhaktau govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. In essence, this means that Krishna is the oldest person. He is the absolute infallible person without beginning. And he's nava yavvanam cha. That means he's always youthful. Right? Okay, have anybody of you seen a picture of Krishna where he has some white hair or some white beard? No. But actually we have seen Lord Brahma, he has white beard, white hair. But he is the father of Brahma, Krishna. But he is Nava Yavvanam cha. He is always young, youthful. He is the oldest person. He is the Adi Purusha. He is Purana Purusha. He is a Purana Purusha. Purana, Puratana. Purana means he is the most oldest person on the existence. But still he is very, very youthful. He is Satchidananda. His body is not like our body. So he doesn't have to shave his beard. He doesn't get any white hair like us. He's not like us. His body is not like our body. It's Satchidananda body. That is the thing. And another important point, Ramadi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan Nanavatara Makarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramah Pumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So we say, we generally it is accepted or understood that Krishna is an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. That is true. Krishna is an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. But there is the superior understanding which we have to understand that Krishna is the source of all incarnations, including Lord Vishnu. So all the incarnations such as Rama, Adi, when you say Rama, Nrisimha, Vamana, everything, all the incarnations of Lord are all actually originally coming from Krishna. This is from Brahma Samhita. Rama Adi Murtishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan Nana Avataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu. That means all the various incarnations such as Rama, Narsimha and incarnations, sub-incarnations, they are all incarnations of Krishna. It's not the opposite. It's the incarnations of Krishna. So now, we'll go to the next verse. Now Krishna will explain the secret of birth. So this is definitely a confusing part. I understand. You're saying at one point we are saying Krishna is taking birth, and yet we are saying Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. How do we understand that? In the next two verses, if we hear, we will understand it to some extent. And in the next class, when we speak about the important words Janma Karma Chame Divyam, it will become 100% clear. Okay. So let's go to the next verse, please. Who's Sindhu Mataji and Praveen Prabhu? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Ajopi sannavyaatma bhutanamishwaropi san prakritim swamadhishtaya sambhavamyatma mayaya. Translation: Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, by my internal energy I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, next. Praveen Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. अजो अपि सन् अव्यक्त्यात्मा भूतानामीश्वरोऽपि सन् प्राकृतिं स्वम् अभिष्ठाय सम्भवाम्यात्मायया. Translation: Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, by my internal energy, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here is the secret revealed, the secret of science of Godhead. Aja. Okay, please make a note of this word Aja. Please make a note of this word Aja. Aja means, Ja means birth. Okay. So there are different types of births. Okay, as per the Vedic scriptures, there is something called as the Andaja, Svedaja, Garbhaja. Like that, there are four. Okay, and Bija, Udbija. That means those living entities which are born from the grain, from the seeds. That is one type, trees. There are some living entities which are born from the egg, like the reptiles. There are some living entities which are born from the sweat or perspiration. They are like the germs. And then there are some living entities which are born from the womb of a mother, like the mammals and the human beings. Now, who is Krishna? Is Krishna one of them? Is he among the Udbija or Andaja or Garbhaja or one of these? Svedaja? No, he's Aja. Means unborn. He doesn't take birth, but then he was born. Actually, to understand the secret, we have to go to Srimad Bhagavatam. How was Krishna born? How was Krishna born? So Krishna, when he was born, first of all, we have to understand he was born to Devaki and Vasudeva. Right? And who is Devaki and who is Vasudeva? They were great devotees of Krishna. Right? Anybody knows about Devaki and Vasudeva past life?
Kamsa's sister.
Yes?
Kamsa's sister.
Devaki
His
is
sister is Devaki.
Kaikeya, I think. Devaki was Kaikeya, I think.
So Devaki was adopted by Kamsa's father. Is that correct?
Kamsa's sister.
Kamsa's
Dasharatha and
sister.
Kausalya.
Yeah, that's right. What else? What else do you know about that? Aditi and Kashyapa. Right? So there were so many births. Okay, they are like Prishni and Sutapa. Okay, actually, she and Devaki and Vasudeva are Prishni and Sutapa. So they are like great devotees of Krishna. They have done. So they wanted Krishna as a son. So generally we see, when we don't get any children, what do parents do? They go to temples or they go to doctors and they do something and so many things. They take up austerities. So these parents, Prishni and Sutapa, so in the past life, they have undergone tapasya for thousands of years. And when Lord appeared, they said, we want a kid like you. And God said, there is nobody like me. There's nobody like me. I have to come. And he decided to come. So what is it? So is Krishna the son of Devaki, or Devaki is actually devotee of the Lord? What is the correct thing? What is first? Are you understanding?
Devotee first, Prabhuji.
Devaki is devotee first. And Krishna is so merciful that he has agreed to become a son. Right? He has agreed to be born as a son of Devaki because of his mercy towards his devotees. God has become. So generally, God is a father. He is the father. He is Prapitamaha. He is the father of Lord Brahma. He is the oldest person. He is not a small baby, but he has come as a small baby Krishna. So what has happened? I'll tell you the story quickly. So Devaki and Vasudeva, they were jailed. They were in the jail by Kamsa. And then first Lord entered into the heart of Vasudeva. He entered into the heart of Vasudeva. From heart of Lord Vasudeva, he entered into the heart of Devaki. And he appeared directly. He did not come from the womb, like just like how babies are delivered from the womb. No, not like that. Krishna appeared directly. And when he appeared, he was not like, with the umbilical cord, with all the, the liquid around. No, he was wearing a beautiful dress. He was wearing beautiful ornaments. And he was having ornaments and he was wearing a beautiful dress and looking very beautiful. Right? And then immediately the four-handed form of Lord Narayana appeared and he said, my dear Devaki and Vasudeva, you have in the past life you are Sutapa and Prishni. You are Sutapa and Prishni. You have done so many austerities. Because I am so impressed by you, I have taken birth in your womb. Now you understand what is the meaning? It's not that Krishna is born like us. It's not a material living entity like us. It's a secret, okay? So he's saying here, Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavami atmamaya. So although he is unborn and his transcendental body never deteriorates, he's saying very clearly, okay, this needs to be cleared because there's a lot of people who ask this kind of questions. Because the disappearance pastime of Krishna is also very confusing. We see that there's a hunter who hits the feet of Lord Krishna, and then it said that Lord Krishna bleeded, and then he passed away from the material world. People ask that oh, there was a dead body of Krishna, so he's like us. No. Krishna is saying, Ajopi san avyayatma, my transcendental body never deteriorates. Avyayatma is Satchidananda Vigraha. Bhutanam Ishwaropi san. I am the Lord of all the living entities, but still I come. Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. By my internal energy. By internal energy, Krishna appears. By millennium after millennium. Every millennium after millennium, he comes in his original transcendental form. So especially the form of Krishna is the original transcendental form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna, Vishnu the same, but Krishna's form is the original form. The original Narayana form, Krishna form, two-handed form with the Murali and with the peacock on his head. That is the original form which he has come. So this is the secret of... So Atma Maya means, again, this is called as the internal potency. There are two types of energies of Krishna. One is external energy, one is internal energy. Internal energy is Atma Maya, Yoga Maya. He doesn't come by Mahamaya. We are all handled by Mahamaya. But he is handled by Atma Maya, his Yoga Maya, his own energy. That is his Prakriti. That is his nature. He comes upon his own. So I'll tell you one nice pastime. Lord Krishna, when he was small, when he was a small boy, right? Maybe around a 4-year-old boy. Right, so every day we know that he was with Yashoda. Yashoda is like the biological mother is Devaki, but who took care of Krishna, who raised Krishna is Yashoda. So Yashoda used to tell some bedtime stories. So what bedtime story did Yashoda tell to Krishna to make him sleep? Any guesses? What stories did she would have said?
Story of Rama.
Story of Ram. Yeah, he would be saying Harikatha. She would be telling his own stories. She would be telling Ramayana. Then she's telling, once upon a time, there was a great king called Rama. Then Krishna is telling, he was the son of Dasarath Maharaj. He said, Then he married Sita. Then Krishna said, Then one day he went to the forest upon his father's instructions. So Krishna is like sleeping and saying, And then he says, then the evil-minded Ravana, he kidnapped Sita. Then Krishna suddenly shouted, Lakshmana, bring my bow. Where is this Ravana? Let us kill him immediately. So Yashoda was shocked. So he's hearing his own story. And when he heard that, Sita Devi is captured, he said, Lakshmana, bring my bow. Let's kill Ravana. Right? So this is how we have to understand that Krishna is himself, all the incarnations of Krishna is himself. He remembers everything. So he is exchanging sweet pastimes with his devotees. Why he has come as a small child? So exchange the Vatsalya Rasa he has come. For the sake of devotees he is coming. So that's what he's going to explain here. Very important verse. But we'll be taking only one of these verses, the famous verses. Yes. Who is going to be reading this? I have to see this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, please. Sorry, yeah.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Translation: Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice or descendant of Bharata and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Thank you, Indra Haridas Mataji. Who else was supposed to be reading this verse? As per the schedule. So, there's Harsh Tiwari Prabhu. Harsh Tiwari Prabhu is not here, I think. Okay. So, no problem. Anybody else wants to read?
May I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please go ahead.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानं धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Translation: Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice or descendant of Bharata and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, why does Krishna take birth? Why does Krishna take birth? Why does God take birth? We have seen that, God's birth is not like us. I've described to you how Krishna was born. Right? Krishna entered into the heart of Vasudeva and then entered into the heart of Devaki Devi, and he appeared as it is in his original transcendental form. Right? And he takes this birth, the apparent birth, which is not really like our birth, whenever and wherever there's a decline in the religious practice. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir. Dharmasya glani. Whenever there's a decline in religious practice, abhyuttanam adharmasya. Whenever there is a predominant rise of irreligion, then he descends. And then very important point, srujami aham. Srujami is an important word. Srujami, if you see, let me open the synonyms. If you see the synonyms, it says srujami means manifest. Means self-manifested. Krishna self-manifested. This is Swayambhu. Swayambhu means what? Self-manifested. You see, the Lord Ranganath temple, the deity of Lord Ranganath is not carved from stone. It is self-manifested. That means it has manifested on its own. Similarly, Srujamiham, Lord Krishna, is not created from the 5 material elements. That is from the womb of Devaki Devi. He is Devaki Putra, no doubt, but he is not made from the 5 material elements, Krishna. Srujami aham. He will manifest himself whenever there is a decline in the religious practice. Right? So, now, what is dharma? Now, the question is, what is dharma? This is the most misunderstood kind of a thing. What is dharma? Here it is said, we will see what is dharma. One of the most misunderstood concepts of our religion is dharma. Let us see this. Yeah. So I would like one of you to please read this. Okay. From here to here.
Prabhuji, your screen is unmoved, I guess.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, now. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay, I will.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Please read from here, principles of religion, from here to here. Yes,
May I, Prabhuji?
yes, please.
Principles of religion are laid down in the Vedas, and any discrepancy in the matter of property executing the rules of the Vedas makes one irreligious. In the Bhagavatam, it is stated that such principles are the laws of the Lord. Only the Lord can manufacture a system of religion. The Vedas are also accepted as originally spoken by the Lord Himself to Brahma from within His heart. Therefore, the principles of Dharma or religion are the direct orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dharmam tu sakshat
Akshat,
bhagavat sakshat bhagavat pra-
Pranitam.
mm, Pranitam. These principles are clearly indicated throughout the Bhagavad Gita. The purpose of the Vedas is to establish such principles under the order of the Supreme Lord, and the Lord directly orders at the end of the Gita that the highest principle of religion is to surrender unto Him only and nothing more.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. I'll tell you a short story. You will understand very clearly what is the meaning of dharma. I'll tell you a short story. You'll understand what is the meaning of dharma. Once upon a time, there was a demonic king named Hiranyakashipu. There were two twin brothers, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is the elder brother, Hiranyaksha is the younger one. They're twins. So what happens? Hiranyaksha, but both of them are demons. I told you that Vishnu Bhakta Bhavet Deva Asura Viparyataha. Because they are demoniac Asura, they are against Vishnu. They hate Vishnu. So they hate Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So Hiranyaksha, he was killed by Varahamurti. Hiranyaksha was killed, the younger brother was killed by the Varaha. So then the elder brother Hiranyakashipu became very agitated and he wants to take revenge. He wants to take revenge on Vishnu now. So therefore he does long penance. So he does a penance for 60,000 years. 60,000 years to Lord Brahma. And then when Lord Brahma comes, he says, I want to become immortal. I should be able to kill anybody, but nobody should be able to kill me. Then Lord Brahma says, no, you cannot become immortal because I am myself mortal. Lord Brahma has got a lifetime. Okay, that's called lifetime of Brahma, right? So he says, you cannot become immortal. Then Hiranyakashipu tries to come up with an intelligent plan. He says, okay, I want a boon in such a way that I should not be killed even by the Devatas or by the human beings or by the demons, neither in the morning, neither in the night, neither outside nor inside, neither in the sky nor on the earth. Like that, he tells all the conditions possible. Then he thinks he has become immortal. By giving a clever logic, he thinks that I become immortal. Now, see what Hiranyakashipu does. He starts to torture faultless living entities. So that means who have not committed any mistake. If you torture them, that's called torture of the faultless living entities. Just like how some terror attacks happened in our country. There were some faultless people who came for tourism. Some terrorists killed them. Like that, they killed only 25. Here, Hiranyakashipu is killing thousands, millions, lakhs of people. Without any reason. Simply he will kill. He'll be torturing women and children and faultless living entities. And particularly, anybody who is doing the fire sacrifices, like the Brahmanas, he will kill them. So he has banished the fire sacrifice. Yajna, nobody should do yajna. He banned yajna. And nobody should chant the name of Vishnu. Anybody who says Vishnu, he'll be killed. So this is called dharmasya glani. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharatah abhyudhanam adharmasya. So adharma is abhyudhana, means it has grown like anything. So he is torturing the demigods, the devatas. He has stopped the fire sacrifices and the devatas are not getting any food offerings for them. He stopped all the oblations to the forefathers. The forefathers are not getting any food. He's completely stopped the Vedic culture. So the Vedic culture is based on this, and particularly anybody who is remembering Vishnu, devotees of Vishnu, he'll kill them. Then his son was Prahalad Maharaj. He was exactly opposite of what he wanted. So he was always saying Namo Narayana. That's it. If you tell him hello, hi, Prahalad, how are you? He'll say Namo Narayana. For everything, he'll say the same thing. So whatever his father was asking, he will say the same answer. If you say, what did you study? He'll say Namo Narayana. I've read that, Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. We have to worship him. That is a supreme knowledge. This is no secret better than this. So then his father is becoming very angry on him, upset on him. How dare you say this? And he's trying to kill him. Right? And then Lord Nrsimhadeva appeared and killed Hiranyakashipu. Right? So this is the meaning of dharma. Dharma means, it is a Vedic principle. The dharma means dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranito. We cannot manufacture dharma. See, we cannot say, oh, religion means this, religion means this. We see that, there are so many people who have started some new religions. Thisism, thatism, thisism, thatism. Like that, it is not possible to create religion. Religion cannot be manufactured by human beings. Religion should be given by God. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranito. Krishna has to say what is religion. What is religion, what is irreligion? If we read the Srimad Bhagavatam, we will understand. As just now I gave you a gist. Hiranyakashipu was propagating irreligion. And Prahalad Maharaj was teaching religion, the real religion, Krishna consciousness. So important point here is, in the Bhagavad Gita, you see this. The main point is, the last verse of Bhagavad Gita, the last instruction of Krishna is, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. That means the highest principle of religion is to surrender to God, surrender to Krishna. That's it. There is no better dharma than that. So Vedic religion, all the karma kanda, everything that we are doing is to bring us to that standard where we are always surrendered to Krishna. This is the purpose. So, and to forget Krishna is the highest religion. That's it. So whenever people forget Krishna consciousness, Krishna descends and he will establish this dharma. He will establish Krishna consciousness. Right? So in the Kali Yuga, he has appeared as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are able to read Bhagavad Gita. Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, tell the message of Krishna to everybody, Prabhupada went to the West. And because Prabhupada went to the West, he was able to make 108 temples all over the world. Because he became so famous, everybody in India started to follow what Prabhupada is saying. Because of that, now we are reading Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, what we would be doing right now? So that is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are all part of the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu right now. So when we are reading these books, when we are distributing books, that when we are preaching Krishna consciousness, you are actually a part of the Leela of the Lord, Supreme Lord. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he comes to establish religion, he doesn't take any weapons, right? He only chants. His weapon is what? I've given a hint. What is the weapon of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
Harinam.
Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He says this is the weapon of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He doesn't kill anybody. He just simply, if we chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the demons within our heart will be dead. So it's like a surgical strike. He's just removing the demon within us. Okay? So Hare Krishna devotees. So I'll stop here. I've crossed time also. I'm sorry. I think I took a little bit more shlokas. Next time we'll take a little less shlokas. So any questions? We'll take a quick couple of questions and we'll stop. Okay? Any questions? Anybody has any questions?
It's an excellent class.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Pranams. Any questions? Okay. So yeah, is this okay? Am I going a little detail? Should I go a little faster? Is this okay? Or the speed is okay?
I think it was best.
The speed is okay, or should I go a little faster?
No, it is okay, Prabhuji.
No, it's very good.
It's okay, right? Okay, then I'll go at the speed.
Comfortable.
I took maybe extra verse, one verse I could have cut. No problem. So, okay, so we'll meet again on the coming Monday. So, Monday and Wednesdays we are meeting. So, we'll continue from the verse number 8 and we'll hear about the secrets of the birth of Krishna. And the most famous verse, Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam. Right? And then how to attain Krishna and how Krishna, gives, rewards people as they surrender to him. Right? And we'll discuss about all of that. and we'll continue from here. So Hare Krishna, thank you, devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna
very much.
Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji,
Very
Hare
much.
Krishna
Dhandavat
Prabhuji,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhuji.
Can we all chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra one time before we end?
Prabhuji.
Yes,
Hare
please.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare.
Hare.